Hey YouTube, today we're going to talk about weapons and weapon setup. What I've got here is an AR-15. It is set up on a lower that allows me to have the SBR. So before any of you guys go nuts, yes, it is a registered SBR. But that's not what I wanted to talk about today. What I wanted to talk about is how so many times I see people setting up their weapon systems, generally AR-15s, to look cool. And we want it to look cool. We want it to be super sweet looking. Everything that I have on my weapon is not for cool factor. It's for practicality. And a perfect example is my trigger guard right here that I installed. It doesn't look cool at all. In fact, it really looks stupid. I hate the way it looks, but guess what? I don't have it because it looks cool. I have it because it's practical and usable. And everything that I've got on my weapon here is practical and usable. So starting from the back to the front, I've got the single point sling swivel that is practical and usable. It's not there because it's cool. I'm not a double sling kind of guy. I like the single point sling because I train and practice being able to fire ambidextrously, and it makes it very convenient to be able to stay slung and transition over into my off side and fire and engage targets from my off side as well as my strong dominant side. My sights. I don't run the Magpul sights because I think Magpul's cool and that's the Gucci thing to have on your gun. That's not why I have it. I run these simply because they are quick opening sights. I don't have to physically put my hand on it and flip it up. I just press the switch, and I can press that switch from either side. This is ambidextrous. Let's see here. Let's see if I can show how ambidextrous it is. Here I can come with my left hand, and I can flip it up. I can come with the top and flip it up, or I can go with my right hand and flip it up, and I can do that on the front sight as well. And I'm running on this rifle, I'm running an aim point. It's nothing fancy, it's just a red dot. It's military issue. It's the same one the U.S. military used for years. I don't have any particular loves or hates for this. It does what it's supposed to do. It's a red dot sight, and when I put it on target and engage that target, it keeps it zero and it does what I need it to do. Up here I've got a PEC. I believe it's a PEC 15. It has the visual laser as well as the IR laser, and it also has an IR floodlight. Now, the reason this is practical for me is because of my job. This comes in handy. This is the weapon I use in my job. So part of my job is, sometimes I need to be doing things at night. So therefore I will use night vision. So I have a night vision binocular that mounts to my helmet. And if I need to use this, this is here and able to be used. Then on top of that, I've got, this is just a simple pistol light that I mounted to the side. The reason it's mounted to the side, not the top, is because of I don't have a whole lot of real estate to deal with. I can't put it up top because of my sights and because of my PEC. So basically I put that on the side, and the nice part about it is ambidextrously I can toggle it with my either hand that I'm using for a support hand, which brings us down to the angled foregrip. The angled foregrip, I don't get it because it's cool and everybody likes the angled foregrip. This is what's comfortable for me. I prefer to carry my weapon and fire my weapon with the C-clamp style grip. It's not a full C-clamp, but this angled foregrip makes it very comfortable for me. And then the biggest thing that, of course, everybody's going to say, oh, that's not cool, that does whatever, is this trigger guard. And here's the reason for this trigger guard. If I'm wearing gloves like these, because it's cold or I'm doing work or whatever it may be, I can get that glove in there with no problem. There's no issue. I live in Appalachia, all right? So if I'm living in Appalachia, I can wear gloves as big as these and still get my finger in that trigger guard with no problem. So again, while it's not necessarily cool looking, it's practical. And everything on my weapon is practical, which is like the bolt assist device. And what that does is that allows me to drop the bolt and lock the bolt while not having to take my firing hand off of the fire or off my grip. So I can do everything. I can lock and drop the bolt with my firing finger, which is a lot faster. And I'll show some videos of that when it warms up and I can do some shooting outside. And then here, again, this isn't to be cool. This isn't a suppressor or anything like that. It's just a flash can. And all it is it's got a cone inside of it, and it puts all my pressure forward, and it essentially puts all the recoil straight back into my shoulder and helps to reduce the muzzle climb that you often get with a shorter rifle, because this is a 10.5-inch barrel. Again, this is on a registered lower that it is allowed to be on. I use this for work. This is my work weapon. So again, everything is practical, and the reason everything is on here is for practical reasons, not because it looks cool. It's painted, not because, oh, it's cool and I like it, I like camo and everything else. I painted it because practically, if I'm going to be using this weapon, chances are I'm going to be in a dark brown, greenish environment that I wouldn't want if I'm wearing camo and I'm not wanting anybody to see me, because I might be in a lookout position. I may be getting ready to move in on a house or something like that. That is going to stand out if it's all black, if I'm wearing camo. So why do that when I can break this up? And people are going to say, oh, well, your magazine's black. Well, that little amount of black is nothing compared to a full amount of black when you're looking in the woods. So again, yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, it's neat to have, but everything I have on this is a practical reason. Everything's there for a practical purpose. So that's the biggest goal. All these keyboard warriors out there talking about, oh, when the boogaloo hits, when this happens, when the militias start doing their thing, if you've got 300,000 things hanging off your gun and you don't know what to do or you don't know how to use them, there's no point in doing it. Go with the bare minimums of your practicality for the job you want. This is set up for the job I want and need it for. You know, my basic needs are sights and a flashlight. So this red dot, I don't have to have it. Now, tactically, it comes in handy because it's faster sight acquisition. You know, the laser, I don't have to have it, but it's used for my job. Now, you don't need to be going out and buying a $400 laser and trying to make it work. That doesn't need to happen. But the angle foregrip, again, ergonomics. Now, I can shoot this gun just as well without the angle foregrip. So again, you don't have to have everything on your gun, but if you have it on your gun, make sure you have a valid reason for it. And this is a perfect example of how, who cares if it looks cool or not? What you want is the ability, like me here in Appalachia in the middle of January, if it's cold, I can wear warm gloves, keep my fingers still functioning, and still be able to do what I need. That's why I've got an extended extended charging handle latch, so that if I'm wearing heavy gloves, it's easy for me to pull that latch open. So again, everything I've got on this is very practical and for a reason. But if you have any questions or you have something similar that you want to show or talk about, you know, comment below. If you've got some videos and you want to show off your guns, feel free to put those links down below in the comments section. I love to see other people's gear, and I love to see you know, other people's responses to this, and you know, definitely get some cool stuff. I'm going to try to put some more firearms content out there. I know some people have been asking, so stay tuned for that. And as soon as I get a warm day, we'll definitely get some video of shooting at the range. It's something I've been wanting to do for a bit. I just never had a second person to be able to do the videoing. As many of you know, we have a younger one, so it's hard to get somebody out there to give me a hand. But all right, so again, this was AR-15. Keep it basic as you can. Make sure whatever you have on it, you have a purpose and a reason for it. And I'm not a huge I'm not somebody who says you need to have a windowed mag. I think I got that window mag for like, $9, and it was on sale at a store I was at. That's the only reason I have that window mag. They're nice, but they're not that awesome. I mean, they're not worth the extra money. If you can get them cheap, get them cheap. Everything I have is because it was a practical or cost effective. So, all right, as usual, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and God bless.